asking about what people are like pregame is so fun.
The vibes are high, let me tell you. I think everyone's ready to play already. We've been on lockdown for a few days, so there's this fire inside us that's ready to just burst.
To bring everyone in up to speed, during pregame, there are several days where the cast is together, but we cannot talk. We're not even supposed to look at each other, which is really hard to do.
I love that you asked this because I'm always willing to give just like a knee-jerk impression of something. Like I'm ready to like pass judgment on the basis of nothing. So disclaimer, these are meaningless and I'm sure they're all lovely people. Jenna, amazing vibes. Colby, less amazing vibes. Coach, good vibes. Emily, good vibes. Chrissy, good vibes. Kyle, good vibes. I see why he won. He's just like naturally like calming and charming. Aubrey, mixed vibes. And I'm an Aubrey fan. You know, I would have been happy to see an Aubrey win, but out here, I don't know. She's giving me mixed vibes. Keeping me guessing. Oh, it's one of her strengths. You know, she's just so clever. She probably doesn't even want me to know. She doesn't want me to have a vibe. I can't read her.
I really want to play with Genevieve, but she scares me so much. Like, I think she's like Gone Girl. She'd commit a crime and she'd cover it up so perfectly that I would never even call her into the police station to question her.
Honestly, I try not to make too many judgments pregame. So if you're on my radar in the pregame, that's a bad thing.
Social media makes it difficult because you kind of knew the cast before it was leaked. You was missing 4 or 5 names maybe, but for the majority of it, people have been watching you for months. Somebody like me, they've definitely been watching because my name was hot as grease.
Q was giving me the worst vibe until this morning. And then I get the biggest smile from Q as I go by, and I'm like, good, because he's my son's favorite, and my son Jack told me to play with Q.
The vibe is kind of wonky. I'm going to be honest right now. It's a little weird.
It's really hard to tell because this is a group of vets, is what I'm starting to understand. No one's really given much up.
Some people have like full game face where they're like, they look tough and they're like about to go into battle. And I'm not sure why you would take that approach on Survivor, especially at the beginning, because it's sort of like, you know, those first impressions do kind of like linger.
So when I'm looking around these people and we're exchanging eyes, I think most people were friendly.
To me, this feels like a really fun group. I know I'm personally going to have a blast regardless of the outcome. I'm forcing myself to have fun because I know if I'm having fun, that's going to translate to good gameplay.
I think that Colby has like resting serious face. I'm not sure what he thinks of me. He probably thinks I'm from outer space. I'm a little starstruck when I see Colby. I'm like, wow, this man was on our screens, many years ago. He first came out 25 years ago. When he was on television, 2,000 babies were named after him. And they can all rent cars now. So I'm sitting next to him I'm sitting at a table next to him at Ponderosa, you know, it's a neighboring table, and I'm like, gotta act cool, and I managed to like fail to open a bottle in front of him. I'm like, wow, I'm embarrassing myself. I've had a series of escalating faux pas near Colby, and I worry that he thinks I'm a space alien.
Christian, I love Christian. He's so great.
Christian feels like he's giving me good vibes.
And Christian, who I want to work with, he's not giving me much. So he's got me a little nervous. He might not be as into working with me as I am to working with him. I'm getting a good vibe from Camilla and Kyle, who are 2 people who are on my hit list. So good for them giving me a good vibe because now they're off my hit list.
Devins, I know Devins. He's like trying to like burst out of his newscaster suit and like talk to everybody.
I'm that guy who's making eye contact with everybody. I'm like smiling, goofing around. I'm also trying to put off like a major air of just like goofy dad, like so fascinated with the birds and the lizards and the toads. Like, I'm sure they noticed this.
This might all be in my head because it's what I want to believe, but I feel like Coach has smiled at me a bunch. Maybe it's just me imagining and daydreaming, but I feel like I'm getting good vibes from Coach.
Oh, Coach, for sure. He seems awesome. I know he seems like a little insane when he plays the game, and maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he is. But awesome vibes from him.
Coach seriously stands out to me. This man is in like his own little world. We'll be all like sitting down in this tent, maybe reading or writing in our journals, and Coach is there doing like yoga poses. And I look down and he has like one of his toenails painted silver, and I'm like, what is that all about? Like, I need to know this guy. Jonathan sticks out to me too. Jonathan has to stick out to everybody. I mean, this guy is just so big and massive and muscular, but I look over and like, as we're all sitting in our chairs, Jonathan is laying down on the ground, surrounded by like all the food in the water coolers, just making himself comfortable. You know, it's funny to see.
I want to work with Stephanie LaGrossi. She is a down-to-earth woman. I've met her a couple times.
I think Stephanie is a very bubbly and fun person. I'm getting good vibes off of her.
I like her personality. She's somebody I could work with all the way to the end.
I get a great vibe from Jonathan. I get a good vibe from Joe.
I get a really good vibe from Joe. It could be also that I just watched his season. Seems like a really good dude. I definitely want to keep him around because he's a loyal player who, once you get him early, he might not cut you.
I get good vibes from Coach. I get good vibes from Colby. I get good vibes from Stephanie.
Emily Flippin, who I was surprised about, but I'm really digging her in this game.
Angelina is another one that I get good vibes from.
Angelina seems a little odd. She seems like I loved her on the show. I thought she was messy, a little bit of a messy player on the show, but I feel like she either looks really nervous or she's already in with like her crew and she can't like be smiling at Stephanie.
I don't know, man. It's just such a weird thing to be locked down like this. I just want us to start already.
Ozzy I like, never met him.
Ozzy, he just seems so chill, which might be a problem because if you're too chill, everyone might love you.
Oh, Camila is so like serious, like super serious, and I really liked her.
Mike White, I'm sorry, but he just always looks lost. There's something about him. He just looks like he just stumbled into the room.
But honestly, it's the people who aren't standing out who I'm like most afraid of. Aubrey and Dee and Genevieve, a lot of the women are very quiet. They're very subdued and they're very much like in their own space, you know? They're not making a show out of everything. And it's the quiet, sneaky ones who I have my eye on and who I'm gonna be watching for.
And then there are players who haven't really made eye contact with me or smiled at me at all. It's usually the people who are just wearing sunglasses all the time. So Suri, for example.
Suri, she has a poker face, man.
Suri, pro.
She's not giving anything to anybody.
Suri is like family to me. She really is. I know she's smart and she's witty, and Suri's just the kind of person you got to get rid of her before she gets rid of you. But I'm not leading the charge on that. No way, no how. Somebody else can be that fool.
Being with the cast on lockdown and not being able to speak, I feel like it's my opportunity to lessen my threat level, right? So I keep my eyes to the ground for the most part. Like, I don't want any of the other cast members to perceive, oh, she's smiling at Stephanie or she's looking at Aubrey. So I try to discreetly watch everyone and be totally aware that everyone is watching me. I'm not making eyes at nobody yet.
You know, we're in the holding pattern before the game, and there's a lot of information that is gleaned at this point. You know, you're just collecting data. Everything from, like, you know, for example, I think that Rizzo probably had just entered puberty. You know, maybe he's his first year of college. He probably turned 18, sent in his Survivor audition, got 49. Maybe he won it. The kid looks like he runs ultra marathons. He's stacked. You know, his legs are like tree trunks.
There are certain people who are very tense. I won't say bad vibes. It's not bad, but it is anxious vibes from the season 49ers. And I can understand because they're out here only a few weeks ago playing the full game of Survivor. But Rizzo in particular, I'm getting this very like jaded feeling from him, which I love. I love a jaded person, so I'm really excited about that.
The Savannah girl, she's either scared to death or she's got a really good poker face. Same with the Rizzo kid.
We're going to have a real litmus test as to what they say when we do finally make it to the beach, and they give us their story of what happened in 49.
I think one of the 49ers won. I don't know which one yet. If they lie and say, oh no, now one of us won, well, why both of y'all are here from your tribe? Tell me. One of y'all made it to the end then. So what happened? You lost in the end? No, one of y'all won. It's 3 winners here. So if they lie, I'm going to spread the rumor. Oh, that person won. I don't care which one of them really won. I'm just going to choose one.
Chances are 90% sure that they're going to be lying. Regardless of what they say, why would they tell us the full truth?
They don't know how I played. So let me fill in the blanks and tell you how I played. This is how I placed. This is how I played. I was either loyal or I wasn't loyal. Like whatever I did in 49, everybody here will know about it because I don't want that question mark to be the reason why I go home in season 50.
And if they do tell us the full truth, I still think they're probably lying.